evening while Lieutenant Paul Veach handles things ongoing with this investigation. After this evening, if you have any further media requests, please reach out to Lieutenant Paul Veach. At this time, I'd like to begin by turning everything over to our Commissioner of Public Safety, Tim Cole.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Earlier this evening, there were several rounds fired from a shotgun on Lake Avenue here, right outside City Hall. The rounds were directed at the Lake Avenue entrance to City Hall and our police department. The rounds went into the side of a police cruiser that was parked there. The subject fled and was apprehended down in the Malta area a short time later. I just want to reiterate to the public, we believe this is an isolated incident. There is no threat whatsoever to the public. We had many of our law enforcement partners here. The FBI ASAC was here. Members from Troop G, this New York State Police were here. Saratoga County Sheriffs as well. We coordinated with them, cooperated with them. And again, it's an isolated incident. There's no nexus to terrorism. And we just want to reassure the public that Chatterfest is going to be safe tomorrow. And again, it's an isolated incident. I'm going to turn it over now to Chief Tyler McIntosh, who has some additional information for you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Good evening, everyone. This incident began tonight. This incident began tonight when our police dispatchers received a call at 6:55 p.m. from an individual who reported hearing a bang and believed he saw a man firing a gun on Division Street near Spot Coffee. Almost an hour later, at 7:43 p.m., the sergeant assigned to headquarters heard a gunshot at the station. Upon looking outside, the sergeant observed a man pointing a long gun at the building. The information was dispatched quickly, and officers who were at headquarters immediately exited the building and pointed their guns at the man, who at this point had entered the vehicle and was now driving away. None of our officers were struck by gunfire or injured. None of our officers fired their weapons. Just want to make sure everyone is clear on that. And no members of the public were harmed that we are aware of at this time. One of our police cars, which was parked in front of the lobby entrance to City Hall here, was shot at and damaged. Officers then quickly got into their vehicles and attempted to stop the man, who continued to flee from officers on Route 9 South. The driver pulled into the parking lot at Market 32 in Malta, where he was safely taken into custody and transported to the police department for questioning. He is still in custody at this time. He has been identified as 76-year-old Paul Trincy of Malta, New York. Early indications during interviewing the suspect allude to his desire to create a deadly force engagement with police. There's still more to come from that. We still have a very active investigation. But in addition to our police vehicle, officers did locate a vehicle parked on Division Street, which has also been struck by gunfire, believed to be by the suspect. At this time, we are unaware of any other damage or incidents. This is a very active investigation. Our investigators are still gathering, processing evidence and interviewing witnesses. Lake Avenue outside here will remain closed from Broadway to Maple Ave for the time being. We will advise everyone when that is reopened, but we still have some evidence collection to conduct there. If anyone believes they have information that may be helpful, we do ask that you contact our department at 518-584-1800. As we work through this investigation, we are being supported by our partners at the Saratoga County Sheriff's Office, the New York State Police, the FBI, and the Capital Region Crime Analysis Center. Their assistance is needed and much appreciated as we continue our investigation. At this time, we believe any threat to the public is over. As the Commissioner stated, we have consulted with the FBI and have no information to indicate that this act is connected to terrorism. We have and continue to work with the New York State Intelligence Center and the Capital Region Crime Analysis Center to monitor threats to our city, and there are no credible threats at this time. We are more than prepared to welcome everyone to our city tomorrow to enjoy Chowderfest. I know it's a very big concern, but we are very prepared. Much like this evening, our department has thoroughly planned and is fully prepared to make sure tomorrow's event is safe. The outpouring of support we received from the community is already overwhelming. Makes us all happy to work in Saratoga Springs with the great community that we have here. And we do thank the community for the support throughout this event. Lastly, I want to say how proud I am of the men and women of this department. The dispatchers and officers working tonight did an outstanding job at great risk to themselves. Without hesitation, our officers ran toward gunfire to apprehend a suspect that was a significant danger to the public. They put their lives on the line every day and prepared for these moments that we hope never happen. I cannot be prouder and more honored to serve with such brave men and women. I'm just as proud as all of the members that came in, all of our police department members that came in at a moment's notice tonight to support and assist their teammates and help take some of the workload away from them as a support mechanism throughout this incident. So, investigation is still very active. We will not be releasing any further information at this time. However, we could take some questions for clarification if anybody has any.
Can you spell his first and last name for us, please?
That will be in the press release. You'll have that to you very soon.
Okay, any charges yet?
The charges are pending. Like I said, we still have a very active investigation. We're trying to get all the information together and ensure that we have the appropriate charges for arraignment at a future time.
Do you know the severity of the damage from the police cruiser?
We do have a couple of photos up here from some of the damage from the shotgun that was fired at the police cruiser. Yes.
So you indicated this person at this time seems to have had a desire to create a deadly force engagement with the police. So are you suggesting suicide by cop?
So it's believed that he was in a situation where his objective tonight was to engage with the police, as what could be seen with him firing a shotgun at the police vehicle. You know, what sort of resolution he was looking for, we're not entirely sure. We're still trying to fully grasp what his ultimate resolution was with the engagement, but due to the interview, obviously, it was apparent that he did want to engage in some sort of deadly force situation.
Has he had any prior engagement with police?
A look at he has no criminal history to our knowledge, so we're not sure if he has other encounters with the police, but there's nothing on his criminal history record as far as arrests or convictions.
Do we think this was like purposely planned to occur around Chowderfest? Like, was this something he was hoping to do close to the event, or was this just happened to be the day and time he did it?
All right, there's no indication that this was planned specifically around the Chowderfest event. Once again, we're still putting together all the details and really getting down, you know, to the real motive. You know, we certainly want to know that as much as everyone else.
I know you said that you're still collecting evidence. Is there any indication when the street's going to be reopened, or if it's going to be open in time for Chowderfest tomorrow?
After talking with our investigations lieutenant, we do believe that street
Probably in half an hour.
will be open in time for Chowderfest. I didn't want to give you any false information, but yeah, we do anticipate having all the processing done and all of our work completed in time for that street to be open.
I just want to clarify, the suspect pulled into the Market 32 parking lot during the pursuit voluntarily. He pulled in, right?
I'm sorry, what was that question?
The suspect during the pursuit pulled into the Market 32 parking lot in Malta voluntarily, or?
He fled, the suspect, so you're talking the last stop, Market 32,
Yes.
where he was apprehended. So it was a fairly long pursuit, starting here at headquarters right here on Lake Ave. We were assisted by multiple agencies, the Sheriff's Office and State Police. We do thank them for their assistance. And I don't know specifically how the vehicle ended up in Market 32, but that was the final stop for the vehicle. The vehicle was approached by the officers, and the suspect was apprehended without any further incident.
And you mentioned damage to the police car. Will it be taken out of service? How much damage is that? I mean, are we looking at a new car?
Right, we still have to conduct a thorough assessment of the damage to the vehicle, but we are presuming that this vehicle will need to be taken out of service and replaced due to the holes inside of the body and further interior damage.
Well, one last question. So the other vehicle that was damaged in the process, is that vehicle, like, did that guy own that vehicle or know the person who owned that vehicle? Or is this the random vehicle he decided to shoot at on Division Street?
I don't have any information at this time regarding the damage to the vehicle on Division Street. We do have a team of investigators over there securing evidence and taking photographs and analyzing that. All right, thank you for your time.
Thank you, everybody, for your questions and your time. I will be giving out physical copies of the news release so that you have proper spellings before you go. Thank you.